Hello, my name's Kevin Wensley. I'm the National Sales Manager for Hylas Yachts here in the United States. And today I'm going to give you a tour of this stunning Hylas H57 sail yacht. This walkthrough is going to highlight the exceptional design, the cutting edge technology, and the luxurious amenities. Welcome aboard. So this gorgeous flag blue hull is constructed with fiberglass laminates and closed cell foam. These are vacuum infused for superior strength and performance. In fact, it's 40% stronger and 8% lighter than a traditional hand layup. And then where required for superior strength, like in the arch supporting the hardtop, there is some carbon elements to maximize the structural integrity. Every consideration has been given to the longevity, performance, and safety of this yacht. From the 5 coats of epoxy barrier coat, to maximizing output from the solar panels on the hardtop at 1100 watts, from the signature Hylas stainless steel bow fittings and beautiful ultra anchor, to the stainless plate that protects the swim platform from dinghy damage when lowered. So we've thought about absolutely everything. Anyway, let's start the tour. I'm going to start at the back of the boat at the swim platform, and we'll go from there. All right, so here at the lowered swim platform, as mentioned before, the protective striker plate at the trailing edge. We've got the pop-up cleats for dinghies or other in-the-water toys, stand-up paddleboards, that kind of thing. A beautiful place to hang out, spend some time, and then when you transition up into the cockpit space, you've got that beautiful staircase to take you there. So with the swim platform up and the deck wings closed, of course, you've got this huge, expansive, entertaining area at the back of the yacht. The nice feature being that the seats, or the back of the seats at the helm station, actually reverse and flick over. And then if we did have the grill in place, we'd have a grill mounted on the rail here, and the plumbing for the grill, LPG, would be right here. So whilst technically she's still a center cockpit yacht, the helm stations have been moved aft and up. But I think the real beauty here is that all the controls that you need to manage the yacht are duplicated on both helms. So I've got my engine controls, my thruster controls, I've got my chart plotter, my auto helm. Doesn't matter which side of the yacht you're on, whichever side is closest to the dock, if that's where you need to be, that's where you can be and have full control. Another nice feature, this yacht after all is 57 feet. People get a little anxious when it comes to docking and tight quarters. So we do have bow and stern thrusters, and they're both variable speed. So it really does make maneuvering this yacht in tight spaces all fingertip control. Another great feature of this yacht is the hardtop. Not only is it a brilliant platform for your solar panels, it's also extended beyond the helm stations, the helm seats here. So if you really wanted to, you could enclose this entire area for inclement weather or extending seasons. Of course, you need to see what's going on up top when you're looking at your sails. So we've got these huge skylights, one over each helm, so we can see what's going on. And quite a lot of owners have actually augmented that visibility by introducing cameras that actually stream live to the chart plotters. So you can see what's going on through the skylights and through the cameras. And then when we're thinking about managing this yacht short-handed, each of these winches actually has 3 points of activation. There's one on each of the helms, so we can do that simply without having to move over to the winch. The other is if you're here by the winch, then of course we have the traditional on-deck activation buttons. All right, so as we move into what I call is the purely social cockpit space, we've got the nice teak cockpit table with the cooler in the center here, plenty of room for your landing drinks. And then to take the edge off the weather, we've got the spray shield that runs around the cockpit forward here, but of course you can get an enclosure that will enclose the whole of this space. So everything here can be comfortable, whether the temperatures are dropping or there's wind or weather. Everything in here is somewhere you can relax and enjoy. All right, moving through the cockpit and anywhere on the yacht, actually, there's plenty of grab rails to hang on to. But another nice feature that keeps things looking really tidy is the way that all the lines that run from the mast back into the cockpit are all stowed below this beautiful teak grate here. Other great features to quickly highlight, the life rail versus lifeline. That extends the social space of the cockpit all the way right to the tow rail or the raised bulwark here, which actually has lights so that it actually illuminates the side deck as you walk forwards at night, which is kind of cool. And as I walk forwards, also mounted on the tow rail are these very nice pop-up Sea Smart cleats. Okay, so we have a Solent rig. The spar itself is a Selden mast. It's in mast furling, that's our recommendation. And the sails that we use are from North Sails. We've upgraded from a Dacron to an NPL Tour XI, which is a synthetic sail, synthetic material, but it keeps its shape over many years and is very easy to furl. So we have in-mast furling for the mainsail, and we have furling systems for both the blade or the Solent sail, plus the reaching Genoa. Because we have furling systems, then these sails don't go up and down all the time, they just go in and out, which means the halyards don't need to be hoisted or maneuvered each time you're setting a sail. So what we have are these mast tracks, and what the mast tracks allow us to do is to set the sail and then detach the tail of the halyard so that we don't have lots of clutter getting in the way of visibility from the helm station to the bow of the boat. So as I move forward, just stepping over the track for the self-tacker, the Solent sail or jib is a self-tacking sail. And then as I move further towards the front of the yacht, then we have the classic Hylas stainless steel fittings up forwards with the anchor platform and the beautiful ultra anchor there as well. But the inside sail is your jib or your Solent sail. The outside sail is your reacher. As you go upwind, you're probably going to be working with the self-tacking inside sail. And then as you come off the wind and the apparent wind numbers or strengths are starting to reduce, then you're going to bring out your reacher, that's 130%. And then if you want to go really big, then the fitting at the bow platform there, also the anchor platform, is there for your code sail or your A sail. So, and if you're going to go big with your A sail or your code sail, you're going to need a locker to stow it in. So what we have here is the forward anchor stroke sail locker. And just to give you a sense of the scale of this locker, I've actually had to sleep in smaller spaces than this locker. But as you can see, there's plenty of room for all kinds of huge sails in here. As I'm down here, another great feature to emphasize is the aft end of the anchor locker stroke sail locker is a structural bulkhead. So that's a watertight collision bulkhead, if you will. And we have the same at the back end of the yacht. So anything just forwards of where the rudder posts are is sealed off entirely from the rest of the yacht. So whether you back into something pretty hard or whether you hit something pretty hard, you're going to be in good shape. The water's not getting into the main body of the yacht. So we've had a quick look at what's happening on deck. It's time to go below and see what's happening below decks. So coming down into the main salon, one of the key things that Bill really wanted to achieve was making it not feel like you were coming into a cave. And he's done an amazing job. These 3D strengthened glass windows, plus the oversized port lights, mean that we get to enjoy the seascapes, not only when we're sitting, but also when folks of average height like me are standing, because the sole has been raised enough that we can see out the windows. So the other big advantage of the raised sole is that we have plenty of room for things like the water tanks, the fuel tanks, and the batteries. So all the big heavy stuff is low and center over the keel, which is exactly where you want it for optimal performance. Okay, so moving down here onto the port side, here's the nav station, a nice seated forward-facing nav station, plenty of area for all your electrical needs, electronics needs, chart plotters, VHF radio, generate start, all that kind of information. And then the classic Hylas electrical panel, very tactile, very easy to read, very easy to understand. You can see what's going on, what's not going on. And when you get to my age, then it's super nice to be able to come down the stairs and be able to say, I can see exactly what's going on in an instant. And also with the technology that Ray Marine have given us, you can actually run the whole boat from down here. So we get great views out the windows in the main salon. Come here to the nav station, super easy to control the yacht, super easy to understand what's going on around the yacht. So from the nav station, we have easy access to, or the main access to the engine compartment. When we look inside, we can see we've got the Penta D3, which is a 150 horse diesel engine. Right above it, we have the Northern Lights 12 kW generator. You can see that we've got a dual Raycor fuel filtration system that allows you to polish the fuel without actually running through the engine. At the end of the shaft is a Brunton's Verifold prop, and preventing water getting back in is the PYI PSS Pro Dripless Seal. So moving into the galley, first thing you notice is this surface, which I particularly like, this white with the grey seam in it. It makes it a really cool kind of vibe and bright vibe to the galley. Just the sheer volume of the yacht allows for plenty of appliances. So we've got ice maker here, microwave obviously. Then we've got the drinks cooler. Moving back to, it's an LPG gas cooker. Something you don't see often on a yacht is a dishwasher. And then over here, a nice full-size refrigerator, and then 2 freezing compartments, the top one also doubling as an ice maker. So moving into the master stateroom, Bill has done an amazing job of actually utilizing the entire beam of the yacht back here. She's 17 at midships, coming down to about 15.5 here. So you get massive volume, full-size queen, which is amazing, easy access both sides of the bunk. And then the oversized port lights let in plenty of natural light, and once again, keep you connected to the seascapes and what's going on around you outside. So from the master suite going through to the heads, this would be the area that you'd have your TV, and then we've got these pad eyes already installed for lee cloths. Moving into the ensuite master heads, the throne of course is here, then we've got a shower that's self-contained, so we're not spraying the whole area when we're taking a shower. We've got the nice vanity, plenty of storage, nice sink area, and this is actually secondary access to the engine compartment, which makes it super easy for all your routine maintenance needs. Okay, having left the master stateroom at the aft end of the yacht, gone through the main salon, now moving forwards, on the starboard side we have the guest quarters. This particular yacht has been configured with a bunk and more of a utility space than a cabin. Underneath the bunk is the washer dryer and storage space for tools, etc. And underneath the mattress on the bunk is a stainless steel plate that allows you to use this really as a kind of a workbench. And then moving further forwards, we have the VIP quarters. If you ask me, this is rather too splendid and your guests would never leave. However, there's plenty of natural light, tons of storage above, hanging lockers both sides, and actually underneath the bunk here is the reverse osmosis water maker. And one of the things that people don't enjoy is the routine servicing of that. So what we've actually done is remotely plumbed in the filters, so that makes routinely servicing your water maker super easy. Okay, so moving from the VIP suite into the ensuite access to the forward heads, nice full-size shower unit separated from the main heads. Beautiful Meganite surfacing, lots of mirrors, lots of natural light. Anyone would enjoy this space for getting ready for a big night out. So thank you so much for joining me on this tour. I hope you get a sense of the strength, performance and luxury of this particular yacht. We do have show models available in California and in Florida for test sales and private showings. So if you'd like to schedule something, please contact us directly. And in the meantime, I look forward to sailing with you. Thank you again.